What's going on, guys? So today I want to walk you through how to get your EIN number for free. So if you're a US citizen with a social security number or international, if you don't have a social security number, this will work for you. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. Biggest thing I see is wherever you get your LLC formatted at, they're trying to charge you extra for an EIN. It's free, okay? So why you need an EIN to begin with, it's like your social security number for your US business, okay? So this is how you separate your finances. This is how you make a business bank account. This is what you use to put into your Seller Central registration if you're selling on Amazon. And this is just what you need to make sure that you're a proper business if you have employees, everything like that, okay? So instead of your social security number, your EIN is what goes in here when you're talking about your business, which is good at the end of it because you want to make sure you're protecting yourself if things go wrong. They're not going to have to do you personally, but you have a business that kind of limited liability company. That's kind of what LLC stands for. It's protecting you, giving you limited liability, all that good stuff. Okay, real quick before we hop on the screen, just a little bit about who I am. My name is Cameron James. I've been selling on Amazon for over 5 years now. So every time I start a Seller Central account, an Amazon account, when I start another side hustle, I need another LLC to separate those finances, get an EIN number. So I've been through this process quite a bit. Okay, so otherwise, let's hop on my screen. I'll show you exactly how to do this. So on Google here, let's just type in sign up for EIN. So you got your LLC or you want to sign up as a sole proprietor, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and just go to the irs.gov site. So ignore these sponsor ads. We can see these ads right here. Let's go to the irs.gov site. We go down, we can see what's going on here, what they need from us, everything like that. Submit your application, okay? So just to let you know, it's really weird. They operate like on business hours. So like if you're doing this on like a Saturday and Sunday, they'll be closed and you can't sign up for EIN, which is it's kind of weird because that kind of defeats the purpose of like doing things online. But otherwise, if it's closed, that's why, just because they have hours operation on their site. So if we scroll down and go to apply online now, let's click that. Okay, they'll give you a few warnings here, just talking about make sure you, don't do anything bad here. But very simple. You can read through this if you want. Anything that's like important, I'll highlight and make sure I let you guys know. But otherwise, we can just begin. We see here all the different legal structures you can do for EIN. So if you're a sole proprietor, so individuals who are in business for themselves or household employers, you can do this here. Partnerships, obviously, you know those are if you have one. Corporations, S corps, C corps, all that good stuff. Limited liability company, which will be what most people fall into here. Estate, trust. If you're in this, you know where you're at with this. So LLCs are what I set up for my business, what I use personally. So we're going to click that and use that for this example. Hit continue. So we see another pop-up, just kind of talk about what an LLC is to make sure you have it. Again, if you're confused, read through this. I'll link other videos about LLCs, formatting them at the end of this, along with like business bank accounts and either if you're international or local, what to do there. So if you need more information, I'll link that at the end of the video here. Again, just take it step by step if you'd like to read through it, if you'd like to be thorough. But again, I'm just highlighting things that are needed here. So skipping through this, you have an LLC. This isn't important. We're going to hit continue here. So tell us more about the members of the LLC. How many members are in the LLC? So me, when I make my businesses, I'm usually the only one in there. So just be one. If you have business partners, if there's a lot of people on the name of that LLC, this is where you put in 2, 3, 4, depending on how many partners you may have. Please select the state, territory where your business is physically located. So mine is in Wyoming. So this is where I format all my businesses using a registered agent. If you're doing an LLC and you're like in Texas, Iowa, wherever you're at, usually just get it done in your state. It makes things a lot easier, especially if you're doing an Amazon business and also a business bank account. But for me, I move around a lot, so it's just really nice to pick a state, pick a registered agent. That's where I format my LLCs and get a physical address there where I can get mail forward and all that good stuff. Again, I'll show you more details on that if you're interested down the line here. So I'm going to hit continue. Right here, they're just telling you kind of where you fall in. So I'm a single member LLC, so technically I'm an individual. So I just kind of Form 1040 is what I'll get for my taxes. Again, don't really worry about that. My bookkeeper worries about that. The people who do my taxes worry about that. I worry about selling stuff online and making money, right? So we're going to hit continue on. Okay, why is the LLC requesting an EIN? Starting a new business, hired employees, banking purposes, change type of organization, purchase active business. So obviously you know where you fall in, but 99% of us will be, it's because I started a new business. So when I make a new LLC, this is the first thing I do. I go and make an EIN number. It's really simple. That way I have all the tools I need was my LLC information and my EIN to go start a business bank account, start a Seller Central account, or whatever else it is that I'm trying to do with my business. So I'm gonna hit continue on here. So next they want information about us. So, my name here, we'll go with Cameron James. You can put a suffix, middle name, whatever you have on here. So next, this is the important part, especially if you're international. If you're local, US citizen, this part is easy, right? So put in your social security number to get in here. Obviously, I'm gonna blur this out and not show you this step just to protect me and myself. You don't need that information. Next, we see ITIN here. Okay, so people who don't have a social security number, people who are outside the US, it's a little bit extra work here. So you can either get an ITIN, which is just an international SSN, essentially, social security number, or you can do this without by filling out some forms. The best thing to do is to Google how to get an EIN if you're not a US citizen. So there's multiple ways here. So read through this. Be careful. There's a lot of articles out here. If you Google just like how to get an EIN if you don't have a social security number, they'll try to sell you it, try to make you pay for something. So be careful with that. But there's a lot of good info out here. And essentially what you need to do is either get an ITIN number, which I'll link this down below. It tells you exactly how to do this. I don't want to make a 30-minute video for you. You guys are smart. You can read through this and follow along. Or you can do it without an ITIN number, which it describes down below here. So I'm applying for an EIN without an SN or ITIN number, okay? So this is, again, linked down below. If I forget, leave me a comment. Let me know. I'll get you this link. That way you get rocking and rolling. So I'll put my SSN in here and then choose one. I am one of the owners, members, or the managing member of this LLC. Yes, I'm a third party applying for an EIN. So this is if you're, say that LLC company wants to charge you, this is what they do. Otherwise, again, they're doing the same thing, but just clicking a different box. So don't let them charge you extra for this. This is something you can do on your own. Okay, next guys, once you put in your social security number, hit continue on to there. They're gonna ask for your physical address. Okay, so I'm gonna put my Wyoming address here, which I got from a registered agent. Again, you can get mail forwarding, everything like that. If you're doing this from your, you made the LLC at your home, in your home state, obviously just put the address in here. You know exactly what address you put on your LLC there. I don't need to do much more explanation on that. If you do have a registered agent, this is what I do. So I'm gonna put my Wyoming address in here. Again, I'm gonna blur this out. So here's the address I put in here for this. Just make sure it's not a PO box. So the registered agent we use Suites, which is super nice. PO boxes, the government doesn't like that. Obviously, put your US phone number here if you need one. There's tons of services where you can get a US phone number if you don't have one personally. Next, you could do an address different from the above where you want your mail sent. Hit yes in the circumstance if you use a registered agent. So I'm going to put where I'm like physically located right now. That way I get the mail, I get all the documentation sent to me instead of the mail forwarding place. Again, it doesn't really matter because they'll send me copies and scan it in at my registered agent. But just again, whatever you need here, you know what you need. So this is how I personally set it up. So whatever you need here, go ahead and put that in. Whether if you have two addresses or just one, fantastic. But this is how I personally set it up to make sure that I get everything sent to me and everything's kind of separate for addresses. So I'm going to hit continue on to here. So next, if you did hit yes, you're going to ask for the physical address of where you're at, where you want to get your mail, put that address in, and then hit continue. Otherwise, you'll just move on to the next step. Okay, next is the juicy details we're getting onto here. So what is your legal name of the business? So for this one, I'm going to do Cameron James LLC. If you have, so this, whatever you use, right, to sign it up, you know what this name is. It's on your articles of organization. If you have a trade name, so like think of Alphabet, right, which is the head company of Google. So it'd be, your DBA would be Google in that sense. Okay, so if you set this up, obviously you'll know what that is. But otherwise, I usually don't set that up right away until I start building a brand or something like that. So I'm not going to put anything in here. Next, where's located? Sheridan for your county, state, Wyoming, state, territory, where articles of organizations were filed. So this will be Wyoming for me again, if I can find it. And then when is my LLC start date? So whatever date you got this thing filed, you're going to want to put that in there. So once you did that, hit continue. And then it's going to ask you a bunch of different questions to make sure that we're getting the right forms for you and everything like that. So next, it's going to ask for more detailed questions. So does your business own a highway motor vehicle with taxable gross weight of 55,000 pounds or more? For me, no. Does your business involve gambling, wagering? I wish. There'd be great money in that. Does your business need to file Form 720 excess tax return? No, not that I know of. Does your business sell or manufacture alcohol, tobacco, or firearms? No, but I wish I did. Again, tons of money. Do you expect any employees who will receive Form W-2s in the next 12 months? So I personally don't have any employees. I use third-party contractors. If you have employees, obviously hit select yes here. Okay, I'm going to hit continue. So next, going to ask what category your business falls into. Obviously, you'll know what you're trying to do here. For me personally, it's retail, so internet sales exclusively here. There's no other category just for online sales, but you'll know where you fit in. Just read the descriptions. Go ahead and select your category, then hit continue. Next, I'm going to want to ask you what type of retail you do. Again, every category is going to have some extra questions. I'm selling goods exclusively over the internet is what I'm trying to do here, so I'm going to hit continue. Next, going to ask you, do you want to receive a letter online? This is exactly what I do, or receive a letter by mail. So this one, they just emailed to you. And you literally get your EIN in like 2 days, which is fantastic. So this is what you're going to want to pick. If you want a letter by mail, fine. That's cool. 4 weeks for delivery. I'd rather get it instantly, okay? So I'm going to hit continue here. Next, it's going to confirm all your information here. So double check. Some of my information will be blurred off, obviously, but you can see what it is over here. Again, double check this stuff, guys. Don't mess it up. It's really hard to fix this stuff with the government, just in the fact of they're slow. It's hard to get a hold of them. They're not very tech savvy. You can tell by this website. It's kind of like 1999 kind of format here. So just double check everything. Make sure you're good to go. Then you hit submit. Okay, so once you're done, you're done. So congratulations. You just sign up for an EIN. You'll get an online delivery of your EIN right after this. If there's issues, they'll pop up. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Just deal with them. If you have any questions on double checking stuff, something's not clear, because I know everybody's businesses is unique. It's hard to make a video on every single precise step of everything. So leave me a comment down below. I'll try to get back to you and help you out in regards to that. But otherwise, guys, hope you got your EIN for free. I hope this helps you get your business bank account set up, separate your finances, maybe get a Seller Central account. If you are interested in Amazon FBA, don't know much about it, that's what my whole channel is about. You can learn how I made $1.3 million in sales my first year selling on Amazon, and how I've started multiple 7-figure Amazon FBA businesses and brands. Otherwise, I'm going to link a bunch of other videos on here, just how to create LLCs, how I do it personally, how I create my business bank accounts. If you're international, how to do that personally, get a credit card, all that good stuff. Okay, so otherwise, guys, I hope this really helps out. I hope it saves you some money, and we'll see you on the next videos. All right, guys, bye.